I am all about using things you already have. So if you have black or black and white, or even a red dress that's kind of nice and designer like, and some red lipstick, and something to make a black mark on your face, then all you need to buy is a Cruella black and white wig. Or you could do some sort of like spray or whatever. I just tried to keep it as simple as possible. As soon as I saw the Cruella movie, I want to say new Cruella movie, I just mean not 101 Dalmatians. I knew I wanted to be Cruella for Halloween, and I have done it multiple times since then. So I did gather items throughout the year, but I have also done a much simpler version and have used things that I already had. And so through this video, I'm going to show you a lot of different options, from the very basic to where you're spending under $20 to just buy a wig versus a lot of added details and accessories. So if you are low on time and you have Amazon Prime and can get your shipping in 2 days, then this is perfect for you. And people recognize it. As long as they know who Cruella is, they know that's what you're dressing up as. It's not one of those, oh, who are you? So it's super fun. You look so different than you normally do. At least for me, I don't normally wear a lot of red lipstick and the black and white. I don't know, but I love it. It was just so fun. And I just wanted to go around saying, Anita, darling. And I did carry my cigarette stick from my 1920s outfit. But again, even when I wasn't wearing all those things, people still knew. Like sometimes they would be like, oh, are you Cruella? And I'm like, yes. And I had some little kids come up to me and be like, can I take my picture with you? I thought it was the most adorable thing. So let's get started. If you are wanting to do a full face of makeup, it's really helpful to just Google an image of Cruella, but I still have some additional tips for you here. So, one, I used my lightest shade of foundation, or you could even use like a light concealer, but sometimes I just used one of my more regular shades. I just didn't do a darker shade than usual. I wasn't trying to look super tan. I wasn't trying to get that warm glow. So this is a more cold look, which is also super fun. I just use brown eyeshadow to darken my brows, but use whatever you want. If you have like a pen that you use, again, you don't have to use exactly what I have, but if you like my look and you don't have makeup of your own already, then it's a brown eyeshadow. And I just apply it with a small brush. Oh, and definitely bring the eyebrow, like draw your eyebrows on and bring them down on both sides, really. Like it's crazy how long her eyebrows are and how her eyeliner pretty much meets her eyebrow in the corner. I did not wear blush because, again, we're trying to keep it a colder look. Like normally I'm like, oh, I look dead without blush, but I mean, that's kind of the look you're going for here. So some other things I used are like a silver eyeshadow that I had from like when I was little, and that was really nice. But I think I got rid of that by the time I dressed this way again. So I ended up just using a black eyeshadow, maybe with a little shimmer, and then a white shimmery eyeshadow. And then as they kind of blend together, they make that sort of silver color also. But I did watch some YouTube videos to help me do this makeup look, and I loved that the person said, if you mess up and it's like smudgy and messy, like that is so okay, because as the film goes on, her makeup gets crazier and crazier. So it doesn't have to be super perfect. So it does take a lot to, probably like 20 minutes, depending on how all out you go with this costume. It could be anywhere from, 15 or 20 minutes to an hour because of the makeup and the wig. But it's so worth it. But if you have a lot going on and are in a rush to get to your party, I did skip that and do a different costume for one of my events. Or if you're trying to go somewhere later and look normal and you don't want this bright red lipstick or lipstick stain and that kind of thing, and this heavy dark makeup, then maybe hold off on the Cruella costume. Like, I shot a photo session after I dressed up as Cruella, and I was like, I don't normally look like this. I was meeting like 20 family members that I had never met before for their family, like huge family photo. And then as far as the outfits that I did, I saw this Calvin Klein black and white knit sweater thing at Ross, I think. It was $20, which is more than I normally pay for one piece of clothing. But it was so perfect for Cruella, and my mom was with me, and she's like, yes, you have to get that if you're going to be Cruella. So I have used it multiple times for this costume, although I don't wear it other than that. But again, that is not something that's necessary. I got this black dress from a thrift store, so less than $10. And I do think if you're going to just do like a plain black dress, it helps to have some kind of frilly detail, like the sheer sleeves on this one and then the ruffles. I just thought that was so unique and more like something Cruella would wear than just a super plain black dress. And then the red shoes I had gotten at Target and hardly ever wore them. And so this was the perfect opportunity to put them to use. And actually, I've gotten rid of them since then because I only wear them like once or twice a year. And that's pretty much for this costume. So I know you can just wear black or black and white shoes or something, and it'll still be fine. But it was fun when I first did it. And then I also had those black gloves just from something else. I like to do tea parties and stuff, so I don't have those anymore either, so I don't wear those now. Also, if you're putting on an outfit that you need to pull over your head, then pro tip, put that on before you apply your lipstick, especially, and probably your beauty mark as well. But I do still have the 1920s cigarette. I feel like that can go with so many costumes I didn't realize. So a 1920s outfit, this Cruella outfit, and then also an Audrey Hepburn, which I want to do at some point. I was thinking I would be Wednesday Addams this year, but maybe I should try to be Audrey. Ooh. And then I used a black eyeliner to make the little mole on my cheek. And that is just like one of the very important finishing touches, like the lipstick. So I highly recommend that. For any of the other stuff, I would say you can just watch a regular tutorial on like how to put on a red lipstick. I did use a Q-tip with foundation on it to touch up the edges because almost inevitably I go outside the lines a little bit or mess it up. It does take a little patience and precision. But sometimes I can just like swipe it on and I'm like, okay, that's good enough. But if I really try to define and shape the lips, then it can get chaotic. Also, I have a NYX lip gloss and I don't have the red velvet shade, but I have a berry shade. But I wanted to let you know that one is $5. The Styla is like $25. I think it was $20 when I paid, but that was a long time ago. So if you want the lip gloss, those are very pigmented. So they kind of look like lipstick. They're just feel like lip gloss and they are like the shinier. So you won't get the matte look. But if you don't have a red lipstick and that kind of intimidates you and you know you're not going to like wear it all the time, it's really just for this costume, then go for the red velvet lip gloss, which I link in the description. And I can show you the berry one that I have. It's not just a clear lip gloss. And did I say that one's only like $5 or $6? The red hat thing, what are those called? I don't know. Pillbox hat? Anyway, it was at an estate sale, and I almost didn't buy it because they were trying to charge like $20 or something. She had a bunch of them, and I mean, you could tell they were like good quality, but I think it did have a little mark on it and stuff, so it wasn't in perfect condition. And I'm like, this is for a costume for me, so I'm not gonna spend crazy money. I'm not gonna wear it all the time. And so I was like, it's fine. I can do the costume without this, but it would be kind of perfect if I had it. But then they finally came back to me later and were like, okay, we'll sell it to you for that amount. Because I'm like, who else is going to come trying to buy this? Like, for just normal everyday? I don't know. So just keep a lookout and you'll start to notice, like, oh, that would be perfect for a Cruella costume. But just any kind of like fancy red hat would also work, or black and white, wide brim or something, floppy hat. You could do cute earrings, Dalmatian earrings. I had a neighbor who was like, oh, I had a Dalmatian. You could have totally used that for your costume, like a real live Dalmatian, which could be fun, of course, but also could be complicated trying to keep up with the dog, especially someone else's. But if you have a Dalmatian, then that is super perfect. But you could also get a stuffed Dalmatian. I didn't even think of that. I also wanted to make my husband dress up as a Dalmatian, but that did not work. He was actually the Phantom of the Opera, which I was happy about. Also, I know you can find wigs that look more like the modern Cruella, but I just got this cosplay one because it was so inexpensive and had some good reviews. And I did have to mess with it a little bit to make it look messier, but I actually wore it backwards because that helped make it stick up more. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I did also just want to show a little bit more about putting on the wig. I actually did not like using the hairnet that came with it, but you can see my hair in a bun doesn't take up a lot of space. So I was able to get away with that. I don't even think I pinned the wig or anything. It was pretty good at staying in place, or if I did, it was just a couple of bobby pins. Also, this time I was wearing the wig the way it was meant to be, facing forward. So you can see the difference. Ah, he's so cute. Also, if you're trying to do a low budget costume, I would even wear something like this. This is a dress and it's just black and white. And so I think it is fitting. Do we need to go put out candy? I think that's everything. One of you commented on a recent video asking, is that a typer's drawer? Please tell me you keep miniatures in that. So I wanted to show you up close a little more of that because it was just a little blurry thing in the background. But yes, it is from my husband's grandparents. Then the little miniatures are from my grandparents. And I did not know this until I was looking at them. I picked one up, this little skunk looking one, and I was like, why did I keep this? Like, it's not super cute. And then I turned it around and it was holding a little heart behind its back. And I'm like, oh, that is so me. That is definitely why I kept it. So thank you for that comment because I would not have remembered that otherwise. And that was super fun to see. Now for today's video, this is the painting that I'm going to have you help me name. So I'm thinking something like hope because it's like a sunrise and each new day brings hope, I feel like, and possibilities. I kind of want a little more of a name for it. So let me know if you think of something for that one. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great Halloween or costume party